what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Tropical NHL back here today for another NHL Habs related video. Today we're going to be talking about Pierre-Luc Dubois and the fact that some people say he's using the Habs for negotiations with the Winnipeg Jets. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on that. Is he using the Habs or not? But before getting into the video, I invite you guys to subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get the 5K subscribers before the summer, 21st of June. That's the date. So if you could help me out with that, that would be amazing. As well as the like button. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video. That would be perfect. So yeah, Pierre-Luc Dubois, like you all know, like we all know, wants to come to Montreal apparently. It's been said that it's 95% sure that he will end up being a Montreal Canadiens. Is it going to be this summer via trade? Is it going to be in 2024 via free agency? Is it going to be later via free agency? We don't know yet. Only time is going to tell us, but a lot of insiders say that Pierre-Luc Dubois wants to come to Montreal and that it's almost guaranteed that he's going to become a Habs. But it's not the first time we hear about something like this. I mean, Matt Duchesne a couple of years back, apparently it was 90% sure he was going to become a Habs. He signed with the Nashville Predators. Same thing for Taylor Hall. Apparently the Habs were making an offer. Apparently he was very, very interested. He signed with the Buffalo Sabres. And there was some people saying, oh, free agents are using Montreal for negotiations. And I first of all, I don't think that's the case. I think that when Taylor Hall and Matt Duchesne were linked to the Canadiens, I think that there was a legit interest. When other players are linked to the Habs, it's just coming from the media. Like John Tavares, there was some link with the Habs that was just pure ridiculous. Tavares said that he never talked with the Canadiens, he never intended to sign with the Canadiens, so that was just coming from the media. And I don't think that for Matt Duchesne, I think that he really thought about signing with the Canadiens. It's just that probably Nashville gave him more money. And Nashville probably was fitting him more in his situation. Like, it's a country town. He loves country. The organization was going more in the right path than the Canadiens at that moment. So those are probably the reasons why he chose to sign with Nashville and not Montreal. And I don't think he was using Montreal for negotiations. As for Taylor Hall, I have no idea. I think that the interest was there. I just think that Montreal was not offering the contract he wanted. I think he wanted a short-term contract to kind of flip around and prove that he's worth more money. Did not work in his favor, but I think that's what was his objectives were at that moment. Probably the Canadiens wanted to sign him long-term. He only wanted a 1 or 2 year contract to kind of show what he can do and then sign for a bigger contract after. So yeah, the Buffalo Sabres were offering him that, so that's probably the reason why he did sign there before signing in Montreal. And yes, Bergevin, I remember at that year free agency said that Taylor Hall had some interest, but they never made an offer. So that's probably one of the reasons as well. Hall did not sign with the Habs, because Bergevin never made an offer in the first place. So I think that with free agents, the problem was not Montreal themselves. I don't think that players don't want to come in Montreal. I don't think that players are using Montreal as bait for negotiations. I think that just Bergevin did not give out enough money to sign free agent. I don't think that players wanted to come in Montreal because of the environment surrounding the team. Like Bergevin's known to be like a bit like Lou Lamoriello. He doesn't want high numbers. He doesn't like sellies. He doesn't like superstars. Like, it's just pure defensive systems all the time. And I think that's one of the reasons why free agents did not want to sign in Montreal, is because of the Bergevin mentality. Like, when you're a young guy, you come in and you can't even choose a number over 50. It's kind of like, and yeah, you can't selly. Like, remember, like when Bergevin was there, the sellies were like, okay, can't even show your personality. And Cole Caulfield talked about it, and I think that it was known throughout the NHL. And I think that's one of the reasons why free agents did not want to sign in Montreal. And look, it's the same thing with the New York Islanders. Every year they're linked to all the free agents, and they never sign any. So it's probably because of the mentality over there. Like, we're in 2023. You don't want to play in those mentality nowadays. You want to play in an offensive system that allows you to get points, that allows you to show your personality. And I think that with Kent Hughes, Jeff Gorton, Chantal Machabé, that new era, players will be a lot more interested in signing in Montreal. And the big question is right now, is Pierre-Luc Dubois using the Habs for negotiation? No, I've seen a lot of people saying that on Twitter. Y'all just have PTSD, man. You're stuck in the past. We have a new management, new organization. It's not gonna go the same way it did earlier when Bergevin was there for a decade. It's not gonna go that same way. I think that Pierre-Luc Dubois has a legit interest. I think that Pierre-Luc Dubois always wanted to be a Habs. And yeah, for the people saying, oh, look, he ditched the Blue Jackets, he ditched the Winnipeg Jets. I think that when he did that, the pure reason for that was that he wanted to probably get traded to Montreal. It just never happened. And yeah, I really think that he has a genuine interest playing with the Habs. It was known since his draft year in 2016 that he wanted to play with the Habs. The Habs were supposed to trade for him and draft him at the 5th position that year, but the Columbus Blue Jackets decided to take him at the 3rd position, and it kind of ruined the plan of Bergevin. But yeah, there was a plan apparently between Dubois and Bergevin back then for the Habs to draft Dubois. And yeah, apparently Dubois wanted to be a Habs since that moment. And I think that his interest to play in Montreal is genuine. I don't think that he's going to sign long-term anywhere else. And I think that it's just a matter of time before he becomes a Habs, that he's going to play with the Habs at a certain moment of his career. Will he be this next year? Will it be the year after? Will it be 3 years? I have no idea. Only time will tell. But I definitely think that Pierre-Luc Dubois is not using the Habs for negotiations. And I think that y'all are stuck in the past. For the people saying that Dubois is a Drouin 2.0, y'all are clueless. Stop with that. Y'all need to stop with that 2.0 stuff. Like I've seen, Sofkovsky, Scott Koniemi 2.0. Oh, Dubois is Drouin 2.0. This guy's 2.0. There's no 2.0s. Like, Sofkovsky is not Kotkaniemi, Dubois is not Drouin, and y'all need to stop with that. Like, you're stuck in the PTSD of the past. Drouin never got any point per game season. He never scored 30 goals. Drouin never was 6'3", 220 pounds. Drouin is not the same player as Dubois. Dubois is already established in the NHL, and when Drouin was traded in Montreal, he was not an established NHL player. He was a player with a lot of potential that never came out. And yeah, no, it's not the same situation. And if the Habs ended up trading for Pierre-Luc Dubois, or if they sign him as a free agent in a couple of years, Pierre-Luc Dubois is going to be really, really useful for the team, and he's not going to be a Drouin 2.0. Y'all need to stop with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this in the comments below. That was my analysis of the free agents using negotiations and blah, blah, blah situation with the Habs. I think that personally Kent Hughes and that old management are going to be a lot better at bringing free agents in Montreal. And yeah, that's my personal opinion. So yeah, let me know yours in the comments below. Leave a like, share, subscribe, do anything you want. It's been your boy Tropical, and I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.